It's a wonderful Monday morning in the city of Lagos. We are right here in Ogba. I want to say a big thank you and welcome to all those that watch Flip TV. We give you up-to-date information on what is trending in Nigeria. Big thank you to all our viewers and reviewers online and also all over the world. Let's move over to the news headlines this morning. The news that is making the rounds this morning. We have the Daily Sun with us, and also we do have the Punch newspaper. What does the Daily Sun have for us? Beside the masthead, Mbaka begs Catholic Church, Enugu Bishop. Mbaka begs Catholic Church and Enugu Bishop pleads for forgiveness. Below the masthead, the main headline: banditry, residents of Abuja suburbs flee. Banditry, residents of Abuja suburbs are fleeing the community. Army arrests 13 Boko Haram members in Kano Mosque. Army arrests 13 Boko Haram members in Kano Mosque. OPWS commences 7-day clearance operations in Benue, Nasarawa, Saraba. That's a wonderful one. Below the masthead, inadequate funding of critical sectors, fueling poverty, crimes. That is from the Sun investigation. 30 dead, 65 rescued in Niger boat mishap. Suspected herdsmen kill 3, kidnap others in Anambra. So much killings in Nigeria for the past 3 months. God won't forgive Nigeria, Buhari, if Nigeria disintegrates. God won't forgive Buhari if Nigeria disintegrates. That is from Gani Adam. Anambra Airport for commissioning July, Obiano. That is a wonderful story. Anambra Airport for commissioning July, Obiano. Now, what does the Punch have for us? Above the masthead, Buhari plans Salah celebration in Villa, stops homage again. That means he's not going to travel to Mecca for this Salah season. He plans celebration in Villa and stops homage again. And the main headline below the masthead: remove petrol subsidy. Economic Council tells Buhari and one state. Remove petrol subsidy. Economic Council tells Buhari, one state. Subsidy makes investment in Nigeria downstream oil sector unattractive. That is from the council. Says that subsidy makes investment in Nigeria oil sector unattractive. States may go bankrupt again. Capacity to service debt very weak, says LCCI. This is the Lagos church that was gutted by fire. Look at the Redeemed Church. That's the picture on the Punch this morning. Redeemed Church caught fire. And lastly, CB Joshua should have been charged with carelessness, says Shoyinka. And let's move over to our reviewers this morning as they come and give us what they have for us. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Christian.
How is your night? How was your weekend?
Very fantastic, and you?
Very fine. Now we are looking at banditry in Abuja. Abuja residents are said to be fleeing their communities because of Boko Haram attack.
Well, every week you get to update yourself on what is going on. Well, it shouldn't be a surprise because they are well within the range, so they can strike Abuja at any time. So it's not a surprise. Maybe they are doing that in sympathy of the supposed plot against Buhari. So the Boko Haram wouldn't want their grand patron to be ousted out of office. So it's probably they are just trying to send some panic within Abuja locality so that people should take caution and become restive.
Okay, at this point in time, what can the army do? What can the Nigerian security do? Because it's moving towards Abuja and it's a very dicey situation, very critical.
You cannot ask a blind man to read out what is on the script because a blind man cannot see except on a special when you have a special alphabet. So I don't expect anything different from what is going on within the military apparatus. So they can't do their best is what you are saying, and it's not even good enough for a country. So I don't expect anything different from, because considering the people within the hierarchy of power, of course, it is much anticipated that the Nigeria military will fall, will collapse. So it is not a surprise to me. They'll continue to fall. Of course, everything is working for the good of the people. I mean, the people who are after freedom, people who want to be liberated from the grip of the tyrant leadership.
Are you saying that this attack on the presidency, Abuja, and other places will help Biafra come into existence?
Well, you have just confirmed it, and it's not a surprise. No, it's just a confirmation, and I think I do agree with you 100% because everything is facilitating the emancipation of the sovereignty and restoration of the Biafran state. Just like when God hardened when it was about time for the exit of the people of Israelites, God had to harden the heart of the then Pharaoh so that he can end it once and for all. So you can see, despite the frustration, Pharaoh still maintained his position until he ended up, his choice warriors, his best hands get drowned in the middle of the sea, and that ends it up. So Nigeria is heading towards that end.
We can see that.
And the military cannot salvage the situation.
We can see that the situation in the north, in Kaduna and Abuja with Niger, the Bokoharam are there. The army seems not, we don't have the army, the presence of the army there. But look at the southeast, look at Olu and other places. You can see that the army is being sent. I don't know what is this.
Yeah, they have been sent to continue the genocide that had been sustained for barely 60 or 57 years now.
But there's crisis there.
Who initiated the crisis? Is it not the government? Who are the Nigerian military, by the way? You've heard that over thousands of Boko Haram captives were released from the prison, Nigerian prison. This government released them and reintegrate them into the military architecture. You see, invariably, the people that are parading themselves as Nigerian military now, our Nigerian army, are Boko Haram.
Boko Haram.
Yes, Boko Haram extractions. They're the ones that have taken over the Nigerian military apparatus. You heard of over how many thousands of Boko Haram prisoners were released, and they said that they have repented Boko Haram, and not just released but reintegrated into the Nigerian force. So invariably what we are having now is the full operation of Boko Haram in existence. So how do you expect them to work against their own the instruments of their own caliphate? So you can never see that happening. That's why at this time, in Niger State, they have overrun Niger State. That's why residents are fleeing from Abuja. If it were the main Nigerian military, of course, Boko Haram have almost dealt with them. So there is the only option left for the government is to reintegrate Boko Haram, repentant or whatever they call it, into Nigerian military.
That's a good advice.
It was very unfortunate. That is what the government is doing. Are you not in this country? And look at what is happening in Niger State. I watched the video and it was very horrible, horrifying. How could, in a state that claims to have freedom of worship, people, even women, are being forced to deny their faith? You see, in Niger State, this is happening, and the videos went viral, and the government is not doing anything about that. Those people are not ghosts. They are not spirits. The military, the DSS knew their location. The DSS knew their operations. The DSS knew where they are operating. They hosted their flag, carrying out such a heinous crime against humanity. And they still watch them do that without being harassed. And you are calling us, you still believe that we are one country. A country that I have no right to exercise my religious liberty. You see, I saw those women being forced to deny. I mean, to be indoctrinated into Islamic faith. And nothing is being said about that.
Okay, you are saying that the army has been decapacitated by Boko Haram, but some says army arrest 13 Boko Haram members in Kano Mosque.
Army arrest Boko Haram, that is not news, because thousands of them that were arrested later was released and reintegrated into Nigerian force, and we are mobilized down to the east to continue the genocide. That is period. There's nothing.
It's not confirmed yet.
It's not confirmed. What is not confirmed? That Boko Haram's members were integrated into Nigerian forces. Is that not what is confirmed? What else is not confirmed? Yes, if they have been integrated into Nigerian force, considering how deadly and radical they are, so where should they send them to? There's no other place to send them than to continue their genocide across the southeastern states.
Okay, my last Mbaka begs Catholic Church Enugu Bishop for forgiveness. Now, looking at it, he has been persecuted, let me use that word, by the Catholic Church, that a priest is not supposed to involve himself in politics. Now, he has gone back to beg Catholic Church.
That is absolutely wrong. And that is why we are in this mess. Anybody that said that if a priest is not, shouldn't involve in politics, even in the church, they play the worst politics in the church. You can see a priest can hire assassin to kill his own fellow priest and involved in politics. What the church leadership is about politics. Even they go to the
I want to ask, there was information this morning that the subsidy is going to be removed. Does it look like they never removed it before, or it was there before?
What they have done is partial removal of the subsidy, and the federal government is trying to play safe. When we look at the subsidy regime of Nigerian government, the reason this government is not coming out plain is because while the other government was in power, they criticized the subsidy regime. They said that there was nothing like subsidy, and in that sense, people were actually paying subsidy. I'm not saying there's no issues that have to do with corruption when it comes to the subsidy regime, but the problem is a system, a country where there is so much corruption is not a country where you should be talking about total deregulation. I quite understand the predicament of federal government, because the way it stands, we run a mono economy and the oil is being threatened. So to that extent, they will want to free funds for infrastructural development. But again, the fund at their disposal, are they using it judiciously? That is the question. Look at recently, there is an allegation. It's not an allegation. One of the anti-graft agencies, ICPC, said they discovered about 315 duplicated projects in this year's budget. That amounts to about 30-something billion naira. So what are we saying? You see that if you deregulate, the money you are going to free, will it be judiciously used? That is the question.
This subsidy, if they are paying subsidy, shouldn't the price be low? Price of fuel? They will express increase and increase and increase.
The truth is this. The way it stands, what the government is doing is, if they are looking at the trend, the price at the international markets, if the price increases, it means the importation of refined products the price bringing the landing cost will increase.
Increase.
What government does is, if the landing cost of 1 liter, for instance, is 10 naira, and government say they are selling for 5 naira, for instance, it means the differential of 5 naira, government is paying it. Government is paying it to the main importer, which is NNPC. But the problem is there is so much corruption in the whole system of that subsidy. Because who is checking who? NNPC is the one importing. NNPC is the one paying subsidy. And if you look at the amount that is being expended on subsidy, it raises so much question. If Nigeria were to be a sane society where there is no corruption, the right thing to do would have been to have a total deregulation. But it's unfortunate that if you deregulate, the money you are going to free, will it be judiciously used? And again, what is stampeding the hand of federal government from fixing our refineries? That's the real point where federal government will be justified by our standard to deregulate. Because if, as we speak today, all our consumption we refine it here. I mean PMS. All the PMS we consume is being refined here. Nobody will be querying government whether they want to deregulate or not. But the situation where if the price of crude rise in the international market, it affects our pump price at the filling station. And you say you want to deregulate. And we all know the effect of PMS in our economy. It has multiplier effects. So what I'm saying is, even as federal government is having economic crunch, it is not healthy for Nigerian citizens to be faced with the hardship of total deregulation, because it's going to hit hard on Nigerians. The way it stands, I sympathize with federal government because I understand how it's hitting the hard. But again, why that sympathy is not there is the money at their disposal is not being judiciously used.
Please, how is it hitting them hard? Now, we have wealth, we import wealth, and we are paying higher. Removal of subsidy, is it not going to spell doom for our economy?
Look at how it's hitting the heart. If you import fuel, you pay subsidy. At the end of the day, NNPC may not have enough fund to pay into federal government coffer or into Nigerian coffer for the purpose of sharing among the 3 tiers of government. So the implication is that if, for instance, in a month, you pay subsidy with, let's say, 200 billion, and NNPC at the end of the month, they do plus or minus, their profit is, let's say, 250 billion. It means if they remove 200 billion, the only thing they have left is like 50 billion. No wonder we saw federal government printed some billions of naira for purpose of sharing in March or so. But I do not support federal government in that total deregulation, because they had the opportunity to work on our refineries. They had the opportunity to build modular refineries. We have said it over and over that a modular refinery that can cost 100 million, 200 million and 300 million to build, we refine average of 1,000, 2,000 barrels per day. And here federal government is spending billions of naira trying to work on existing refinery that's almost moribund. Once the federal government from using that fund, they are sinking into turnaround maintenance of that refinery to build modular refineries in every geopolitical zone. So what I'm saying is, federal government is not getting their strategy right. Federal government need to go back to their drawing board and look for how to make sure that they fix all the refineries, let it be working at installation capacity. If they do that, they can deregulate. But the way it stands today, I do not support deregulation by any standard, because we have government personalities who are corrupt by our standard, who will end up embezzling those funds.
So one more question: if they remove the subsidy, what is the economic hardship like for Nigerians?
It is too enormous. If you remove the subsidy, a price of liter of PMS, for instance, is going to be, if it's not high, it will be as high as 250 naira per barrel. Sorry, per liter.
250 naira per liter.
And if that happens, it has multiplier effect on every other commodity in Nigeria. The man who is going to Kano to bring tomato is going to fuel his vehicle. The man who is going to K2 to bring the tomato to Oba, for instance, is going to fuel his vehicle. The man who is traveling from here to Ibadan is going to spend money. In fact, the fare is going to increase. And by the time that man gets there, his own service he want to render, he equally want to increase it to meet up with what he's spending. So it has multiplier effects. So it is not what federal government should tinker with for now. If they want to tinker with it, is either they build modern refineries or they wait for Dangote refinery to come on board, because from our understanding, Dangote refinery have the singular capacity to refine our local consumption. So let them wait for that refinery to come on board, let that refinery start refining before they tinker with subsidy removal.
Okay, let's move to another topic, security. Abuja residents flee their communities because of banditry. What does it spell for because if Abuja, I believe if Abuja is attacked, there's a big crisis when it comes to security.
You are talking of Abuja.
Yeah.
Even Lagos as it stands, if the security problem is not checked, it's a matter of time it will get to Lagos here. I pray it will not get to that level. Because the way it stands, 4-5 months ago, there was no Bokoharam presence in Niger State. But as we speak today, look at the local government of Shiroro and Muya. Bokoharam have taken it over the two local governments. Over 5,000 persons have been displaced. And these are statements accredited to the governor of that state. So if it is not checked, it's a matter of time it will get to Lagos. What we are saying is, what Abuja is experiencing, they are having their own fair share of the level of insecurity that is bedeviling the country. And the government have to get it right. And the problem is that we see government spending so much money on security and we are not seeing results. In 2018, federal government withdrew $1 billion from SS crude accounts for purpose of procuring arms and ammunition to fight insurgency. I can understand that a chunk of it was used to pay for 12 Tucano jets from America. But the way it stands, what is stampeding federal government from deploying all our air platform? And I think there is even politics attached to this issue of fighting insurgency. I will tell you why. The governor of Kaduna State, Malam El-Rufai, was quoted to have said that when those school students were kidnapped, that they had a plan to burn the bandits, even if it means killing some of the students, that they prefer that to paying ransom. But that's not where I'm going. Where I'm going is, now that those students have been released, what is stampeding federal government from deploying those fighter jets to smoke those bandits out of their enclaves, to bomb them? Because the way it stands, you see, if care is not taken in the near future, maybe next week, next 2 weeks, you will hear bandits kidnapping other set of people. Now they do not have students in captivity. What is holding federal government from bombing them? That's where I sense foul play. That's why I think that federal government is not sincere against the fight against insecurity, against banditry, against Boko Haram, because all the money that has been expended, the federal government cannot claim that fund is a constraint. Because I've never seen any time, anywhere, federal government may request to National Assembly for fund. That National Assembly turn down the request. So on that basis, federal government should strategize. Federal government need to look inward. How do we drive this process with technology? How do we get experts to drive the process? When we are talking of collaboration with international strategic partners, we are not saying American soldiers should come here and start fighting. We are not saying that Israeli soldiers should come here and start fighting. But what we are saying is, bring their technological experts to drive the process through technology. That is the way the world is fighting any war currently. And until you do that, we are not going to see the end of this myriad of insecurity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle.
Wow, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, we thank God, man. You know, this country issue doesn't need you. Just go straight to the point and hit them at the point, man. They don't need you talking the whole history. You know, just go straight to the point and hit them what they don't want to hear. Tell them what they don't want to hear. They don't even need advice.
They might persecute. You know, there's no freedom of speech. When you say some things, you might be persecuted.
No. When you say something that the law back you to say it, right? There's a law that there's a freedom of speech, actually.
Yeah.
And there's a freedom of
association and disassociation, right? If I support a government, I voted for a government, and it's not doing well, I can, man, I'm tired of you, man. This is not the purpose I voted you for, right? So that's basically what I'm saying.
Okay, there's one important topic this morning: subsidy removal. They want to remove the subsidy. Now, if they remove the subsidy, what do you think is going to happen to our economy?
There will be high inflation rates. There will be high inflation rates if they remove.
There was inflation before.
Yeah, I said there will be more higher inflation rate, and the citizenry, the masses, will be in for it. We suffer for it, because when the elephant fights, it's the grass that suffer. Two elephants, when they fight, it's the grass that suffer, because the people that you are paying subsidy and the people that are paying the subsidies, the people that are receiving the subsidy and people that are paying the subsidies, there will be a clash, definitely, because it will make those people more, it will make them broke. That's the subsidies there now. And what are they doing? Thank God they were exposed some times ago, that some will just put a whole empty ship on the IC, as if they are importing for, and they come and collect subsidy fee, subsidy. So that subsidy to me is a scam.
Subsidy is a scam?
It's a fucking scam. It's a fucking scam. What I just want, and the government cannot do it, because these are the power brokers that sponsor the elections. You all know. You see, the Nigerian issue is the more you look, the less you see. They're talking subsidies. They are their cronies. The government empowers cronies. It's the same fund. Subsidies they collect that they will use to fund election. They always used to fund the election. So you get what I'm saying? So we are just, the more you will look in this country, and I pity the masses. I pity we youth especially. We went to school, but we are not so enlightened to know what is going on. We are not giving our government a close backing, So they override that because of the negligence we have in us. We don't even at times we don't know what is going on around our environment. It's just wake up, go to work, come back, wake up, go to work. You don't want to checkmate the excesses of your people, your government you represent, and that is the payback we are seeing now. That's the result we are seeing.
So we are the problem.
We are the problem, because we sent our leaders there to build our stake, but when they get there, they will be loyal to president than the people that put them. Look at the National Assembly. Have you ever seen them going against the presidency? They are just yes sir assembly. But they will send them there to, that, okay, for us to have food to eat, for us to have electricity, for us to have, for our economy to be better. But they got there and they are doing the cabal beats over there, because majority of them are afraid, because if they lose that seat, they are even afraid to lose that seat, because it's a juicy seat. You get what I'm saying? Look and see, everybody just don't care, and this is not what is happening in the Western world. The Western world we are running to, all of us are running to. If they don't, wake up from slumber, if the citizens of those countries did not wake up from slumber to hold their leadership responsibility, will that country be better off for us to be rushing to? So if you don't fix this country and we all be running outside, we will still come back and meet the mess here. So that's why, to me, I really support. Everybody should sit down. Jojo, I don't support war, and I don't support killing. I've been saying this. The people that are killing police, they should stop killing police. They should stop shedding blood in this country, because the more blood, and the police should stop killing, innocent people. Likewise, police should stop killing innocent people, and people should stop killing police. Because once you start shedding blood, they say when the sinners are being punished, the saints too will be partaker of it. You get what I'm saying? So this country needs a rebirth, if there's going to be any rebirth. If there's going to be, because
why are you saying if there's going to be?
Because the way things are now, the country is bleeding. I've never seen this situation where people there will be serious insecurity like this. Everybody is just rising up, taking to harm, killing, and harm nation is just like buying what's it called, toy in the supermarket now. The way people are acquiring gun is just like walking into supermarket and buy toy. The way it is. And why are they coming, all this thing, where are they coming from? From the borders. That's why that's why I say we are the problem. It's same you people like you are now they recruited into to custom, and the most corrupt organization today is custom. Take it or leave it. We all always witness the rice they will seize, and they come and sell to their cronies there. They will seize the imported, they say imported, they are seizing imported, right? We are each made in Nigeria. But the one you will seize, you come and distribute it to your concubine, your girlfriend. It is the most corrupt. That is why once you cannot, they should train the custom very well. They should train the corruption, they should treat the corruption syndrome they have in there before we can know we will have access for full-time security.
Okay.
Curbing.
Okay, Abuja residents are fleeing their communities because of banditry and Bokoharam. Now, if it's hitting Abuja like this, are you going to say about Lagos?
I think, as you all know, Abuja is the most secured, times of security and times of state of power. Yeah, it's more secure. Where the president resides, it's always the most secure. But since the bandits has let us know that nowhere is secure. Even the Aso Rock is not secure to them. Very soon you will see banditry appearing in Aso Rock. That is just what we're saying. And I'm still saying the man that proposed amnesty for banditry, that guy is still walking the street freely. That's Gume. That Malam Gume should be quizzed. I don't expect him to still be walking around. And these are what is pumping up, elements of, ragtag, people, ragtag soldiers. Like what I mean by ragtag, all these bandits, all these S-men, all this. That's what is bringing them up, because there has never been a scapegoat. Now Mr. Gumi that is saying they should be giving amnesty, they should be paying them ransom. You are encouraging millions of youths to go into crimes, right? Because when some youths see what they are paying all those criminals, I think to me now, banditry is the highest paid job in this country now. Once you can kidnap someone, take him to bush, you drop your offer, your demand, 100 million. That 100 million, where it comes from, where it always comes from, we don't know. You pay them. Do you think other people will be looking at them and say they won't join them? It's so lucrative for them. You are paying ransom. You are paying, to jobless, lazy human beings that they don't have any means to survive than to take to harm and kidnap people. So the government, I don't know what they're saying, whether they're still sleeping, whether they're not waking up. Somebody should try and wake them up, and I don't know who is going to wake them up.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kule.
Yeah.
Wonderful from Mr. Kule. Mr. Sunday,
Good morning,
long
sir.
time.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's been long.
I'm fine.
Can you respond to what Mr. Kule is saying?
You say about the
Abuja is
Hey,
crisis
Oga.
now. The residents are running from
See.
Abuja.
Nigeria, as you see now, there's crisis everywhere, and the crisis contribute to hungry. That is why you see ISWAP. Islamic Africa Islamic Jabi Islamic West African organization. The Islamic group, those terrorists that they described as one of the worst dangerous terrorists, ISWAP. They captured some place in Bauchi, Borno, Niger State, and you know what they are doing? They will bring truck full with food, distributing it to small children, to adults. Those Armajiri that the northern leader have abandoned. They are distributing money, 1,000, and they are happy. Joining them, they give them gun. There is problem in this country. You know what? I always tell them, let them divide Nigeria before Boko Haram put their flag for Aso Rock. Because one day you go wake up in the morning now, Boko Haram don't man their flag, they will come on Nigeria flag for there. And that is rest in peace for Nigeria be that.
We don't pray for that.
You no pray for that, don't they happen? Who no pray for them? The way where they happen now, we pray for them before. The leader where they there, they know what that they do. We should stop deceiving ourselves, all of them. Bob Buhari, Issa Patemi, Erufai, Garuba Shehu, Lawa, all those people, they know what they are doing in that place. They are not there for me and you, they are there for their people. They are there for all those people where they come, where they carry gun, where they kidnap, headsmen, bandit headsmen, now let them know name whether they call them. They don't want to go direct to tell them, say those people are Iflani headsmen. That's why you go here, they go call them, talk, hoodlum, bandit, Boko Haram. Tell us one time, those people are herdsmen from Niger and Chad. They are just okay now, like that place, we're hungry. That all the people ruling Nigeria now are from there, north. And the people are hungry. Boko Haram is sharing food for them. We that are here, that nobody is fighting for me and you. Mr. Kule said that now, and myself, I know that bandit is one of the easier work that give you a lot of money. If hungry, they want everybody now. What do you think we will do? If we see gun now, we go use and they do banditry. Because if you fit kidnap person now, carry and put for one place, you go call any amount you want. They go give you. That is why Sheikh Ugumi, who went to tell CBN to go and collect 100 million. To CBN to give 100 million to people when I them bring. Wey be Sheikh Ugumi. Very soon, when I mark my word, Nigeria go get minister for bandit. And that person, the minister for bandit will be Sheikh Ugumi, I be what they call him. And he's calling himself Islamic scholar. I don't know who they is. The people where they live for there. Eh? And those people, some people who go sit down and say they want to hear their Islamic scholars speak to them. What is he advising them? They are advising evil. They are advising bad thing. They are advising killing. They are advising the heart to scatter Nigeria. And that is why they don't want Nigeria to divide. Because my life and your life are in danger. The whole Abuja Central, that a lot of security there, Boko Haram penetrate, herdsmen penetrate. What me and you with security there here? Security where they here is only for the government. It's only for if you are not official for government, either governor, senator, or councillor, or chairman, local government chairman. Those are the people that the security can secure. But when you talk for me and you, you are wasting your time.
Okay, they remove fuel subsidy now.
Which fuel subsidy? Don't be the same fuel subsidy where they want to remove. That all of them, both they refine. They say when Jonathan want to remove fuel subsidy, now they want to remove fuel subsidy. If people that are there allow those people to allow them to remove that fuel subsidy, means many of them are mad. You understand? Why are they deceiving us?
No, there's no money.
Who finish the money? The money where they give Boko Haram, they call the repeated Boko Haram. The money where they give bandit, where the money come from? Is it not our money? We hear governor say they print how many million, 60 billion. Where the money, they share it within themselves. And they are saying it's allegation. Which allegation? This person is among them before. Is it because he leave them? He leave them. That's why I had to bring the thing to know that this is what is happening in that place. So they have been printing money. How they will print 60 billion? After collecting Abacha loot, after recover assets from many people, after many money they collect our revenue, oil revenue, everything they collect in Nigeria, nothing is under this regime. No road, no water, no food. Only what they are after is vaccine, because this coronavirus they catch them well. Anything where they reach their leg, we won't kill them. That they hesitate to solve it. But the problem Nigeria is passing through, increase of food, NEPA bill pass, money for NEPA bill pass house rent now for Lagos. Money for NEPA bill for month. It pass house rent for 2 months. Now so we won't continue. And they say the thunder, why they delay? Now my problem be that why thunder they delay? You know, kill those people, put new people for there. If they don't want to divide Nigeria, let thunder just kill all of them. Why would they go to suffer the people? You go everywhere, people you the room about nothing, no work, no food. Nigeria is 100%. I mean 100% of Nigeria. If you don't go work that day, you don't go see what to eat. If you don't see anything to do that day, you will not eat anything. Now eat, work and chop. Now they do for Nigeria. If you don't go out, hungry will kill you. And they are telling me after they will see when they will show for paper, you know that they want to thief our money. They want to cause problem. They want to cause calamity. If they show for news, no say, and that's a devil. I know what made the show say, una president may not the show for news. Because you show for news and a calamity they cause. You go just they talk the one where they don't send up. The one where they send up. That's why you better make day where a day. Maybe say Nigeria no get president too. If they don't fit divide Nigeria, herdsmen, for a situation where America tell their citizens that reside in Lagos here that they should be very careful. That Al-Qaeda, ISWAP have opened many camps in different places. Say what they have to do, if they can't come back to their place, there should be security word conscious. How you hear that word? And we have leader here that not said only their problem na IPOB. Their problem now na ESN. Buhari, if you wake up every morning, him problem na eating your people of Biafra and Oduduwa people wey dey protect for freedom. That is the problem wey dey put for mind.
So if our leaders cannot do anything, what should we do?
We, Oga, na to fight for yourself. Oh. This country wey we dey, nobody fit fight for you. Your life is in risk. Everything you do, the life of our brother and sister. I only pity. You know, people are pity pass. All those our brother from east, west, where they pack join army, where they carry go, they kill for Bokoharam, they kill them for ambush, kill them for this place, they join them for police, kill them for road, kill them. Okay, now the people are the pity be that. If not, the rest, now then they call the problem. All the Bokoharam herdsmen, whether they call be banditly, what did they call them? I don't know, but they know where they come from and they know who bring them there. One of the bandit leaders have already make an announcement say they bring them 2014 to fight for 2015 for them. But after they win the election, they abandon them. He asked question that time, say if it is you have gun in your hand, what will you use it for? Answer that question.
Thank you, Mr. Sunday. That's a very, 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 very interesting one from Mr. Sunday. Good morning, sir. What's your name?
My name is Hosea Edetakpan Ikpenyong.
Okay. I just want to respond. You can see the issues, underlying issues, removal of subsidy.
Yeah.
Now things are high at this point in time.
Yeah.
If they now remove subsidy, what is it going to be like for Nigerians?
I mean, it's going to be more expensive. The inflation must be increasing. You don't expect it to come down. That is how the system is designed. That is what you don't understand. And then you cannot say something without considering your creator's opinion, your creator's viewpoint on that matter.
What do you mean by creator?
Yes. Someone owns this earth. Someone created it. So if you ignore him, you cannot get it right. And if you go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 23, it says it does not belong to man for him to direct his steps. So we cannot get it right on our own. Now, if you want to talk about problems, you can spend the whole day, the whole week, the whole month, the whole year talking about problems. But what we're supposed to ask for is the solution. And once you bring solution, that solution must be standard. That solution must be from the creator, because it's the only one that can tell you. Now, I hate you talking about religious leaders. They are part of the problem. In fact, if you get to the book of Matthew chapter 23, you read it all together. Jesus Christ said woe. You know what it means to say woe to somebody? To religious leaders, because that position belongs to him. So if you take it in trouble, it is called stolen mandate. But once you steal something, you cannot feel comforted. So those ruling today are not the right ones to be there. That position belongs to someone. In fact, if you read the book of Psalm number 2, God Almighty, the Creator, says that Jesus Christ should ask. He's going to give him the end of the earth, the whole earth. And he has asked for it. And God has given him that power to do. And people don't know that he has started ruling in the heavens, that he will soon rule the earth. So now that's where we get to the solution. If you go to the book of Revelation chapter 20, you read verses 1 downward. In fact, before you reach verse 3, you will see the solution. When he comes, he's going to get Satan, hold him, bound him and his demons, and put him into the bottomless pit. That is prison. Take notice, that place is not hellfire. That place is not Gehenna. That place is not lake of fire.
Sorry to cut it short. There are some countries that are not that religious.
Yeah.
Like Canada.
Yes.
But they are experiencing growth.
Beautiful.
The economy is good.
Beautiful. You're right.
How do you relate that?
Thank you
so
much. That is why, because we are getting more religious, that is why we are getting into more trouble. Those countries you are talking about, they are also experiencing troubles, but in a lesser degree, as you said. But they cannot eliminate them.
Everybody's running from a religious country called Nigeria.
Yes.
And moving to Canada, which is not religious.
Yes. If you look at Russia, you look at all of them, the communist nation, you look at China, you look at India. India has more than how many? More than 3 million gods or whatever, and the goddesses. You understand what I mean? Man has deviated. So now, we ought to be talking about, okay, how do we go about sickness in that country? You see, they can't escape sickness, they can't escape old age. Look at Bill Gates, what he just did. A wife of 27 years, he divorced her. Is it because there is no money?
Our problem is religion.
So, thank you so much. religion is the #1 problem we are having, because we are not doing the right thing. We are not worshiping God in the right way. That is the #1. So since we are not doing that, we'll go down than other places. We have everything, but we cannot make good use of them. So that's why I'm taking you direct to the solution. And that is why when you go to Daniel chapter 2, you read verses 44 and 45. God Almighty has set up his own government. You call it kingdom of the heavens. And Jesus Christ is the king. That is what he has given us. And soon he will authorize Jesus Christ to destroy human government. But before human government is destroyed, take notice of it. Human government is going to be used to destroy religion. Yes, they have to bring it down. As you are talking about inflation, if you read the book of Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 19, it says their money, silver and gold will become shit. In fact, if you pass along the road and you see shit tied in a nylon, nothing will be attracted to you there. So the money you are saying, it must be devalued. It has to go down. Whether they remove the subsidy or no removal of subsidy, man, you can't get it right, because the military expenditure all over the world is more than what you spend in education. It's more than what you spend in health. It's more than what you spend in welfare of people. So it is in every country. It's not only here. So that expenditure they are doing, don't think that it does not affect the man, the common man that is working on the street. It will affect all of us until the solution will come from above. That is the major point.
Thank you very much, sir. And the solution must come from above.
Yeah, that is where it will come. All we need is patience. And you visit jw.org.org. Without that, forget.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Solution is from heaven. But heaven sometimes help those who help themselves. Good morning,
Mr. Charles.
Mr. Charles, how was your weekend?
My weekend was very good and sweet. What about yours?
Fine. Petrol subsidy. Removal of petrol subsidy.
First and foremost, I must have to say, Nigerian is rooting from the foundation. Because how can you tell me that you want to remove fuel subsidy now, when somebody like Goodluck Jonathan was in power, that was nothing like fuel. They wanted to remove fuel subsidy, but the removal was not even in consonance with what they were saying, because they said no, they should leave it. So at a point, why will you come up with an ideology now that you want to remove fuel subsidy? I don't think that this fuel subsidy of a thing is our problem right now. That should be other problem that needs to be highlighted and tackled, not even fuel subsidy for now, because in those days, I could remember when Jonathan was still on power, he wanted to remove this, but they said no. So why now? It's not even our problem. So our problem is far different from that subsidy.
What is our problem?
My brother, if you look at our problem now, it's not even an ethical problem. We are suffering from religious issues. Problems like the problem of Nigerian, if you trace it from the taproot, we are suffering from religion problem. Because if you are a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I don't agree with what you say. And you don't agree with what I'm saying. Because our governments, they have failed us to the extent that they are not supposed to be there. I will say this, and I'll be saying this time without number. The government of this Nigeria has just failed the masses. If it were in a civilized country, the best thing for them to do is just to resign honorably. Because I see nothing. Every day you wake up, you see kidnappings everywhere. What are they doing? Just to siphon money for their own grandchildren to come. So I don't think that our problem is centered on the fuel subsidy, and the way forward right now is just for them to resign. That is just it.
Don't you think that this removal of fuel subsidy will make the price of things go high? Because now the things we are buying now, I find it that you cannot afford to buy even a jollof of rice. Now they remove fuel subsidy. Don't you think that we are having a very big problem in our hands as citizens?
Yes, if you should remove the fuel subsidy now, yes, I believe that once you remove the fuel subsidy, things will go high or will go down. It depends on, my brother, it depends on how what I may call the government will come on seat and set it out. Because you cannot tell me that you remove fuel subsidy or you leave fuel subsidy, things will not go high. The country is not monopolized. We still have, we have removed the fuel subsidy today. If a bag of rice is 10,000 and other people will be selling 20,000 naira. So tell me, what's the difference between fuel subsidy and not removing fuel subsidy? The country is a mess. The best thing is just to divide this country. You go, I go. That is just it, my brother.
Okay, Abuja is on fire now. Residents are fleeing their communities because of banditry and Bokoharam.
My brother, if you look at what is going on in Abuja, Abuja is a place where our president stays, and it should be the most secured place in this country. But in a situation whereby things are not being done that way, for instance, one of the most secured states in this country was Lagos. But as long as Abuja is concerned, our president lives there, it should be the most secured. But as long as it's not more secure, it means that nobody is secured again. Even you and I, one day we just wake up in the morning and find out that we are no more, the place you slept this night was no more where you not find yourself there. So the best thing for us to do, the best thing for the federal government to do is just, my brother, like I said, there should be a division. You go, I go. The insecurity in Abuja is ranging from what I may call the Minister of Defense are not doing anything. Because if you set your security organs and organization very well, I don't think that there's any bandit that will be far better or that will fight this Federal Republic of Nigeria, because the security men are intact. They are very strong. But look at it now. How can one man be terrorizing the whole nation? Meaning that even them themselves that are in power, they know what is going on. They know what is going on. So you cannot tell me that Abuja, there's unrest in Abuja simply because they are not doing anything about it. Because if you should wake up and start doing something about this Federal Republic, as in the security in Abuja, not even Abuja, look at a place that is close to Abuja, a place like Niger. Niger State is no more secure. There's so many local government has been taken over by bandits, Bokoharam people. So definitely, it's no more secured. And what I would say in essence is this: if the federal government are not doing anything about it, definitely there will continue to be unrest in this country until there will be division.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Charles. That's a wonderful work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, bro.
My brother, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, well done. Yeah.
How was your day? How was your night?
Fine.
Okay, now there is fuel subsidy removal coming.
Well, I think it is something that Jonathan wanted to do before. They kick and call themselves, because this government, I don't know. Okay, we are the money that they borrow. What are they using it for? What are the money that come from other revenue, state and so forth? What are the money from the crude oil, everything? We are the money. You understand?
We have infrastructure. We have the army. They need money for ammunition and weapons. To fight insecurity. We to pay salaries of federal government workers and so many other things.
Now, can I ask this government a question? Before APC enter into this government, can they tell Nigeria that there has not been any government before them? Why they don't complain? Why they don't say there's no money in the post, Nigeria accounts? That is why sometimes you say truth is bitter and truth is very far to believe. I said something earlier when this man was about to enter. I said this man will have nothing to offer into this country. You understand? Because this man, as I see, look at him, you understand? I know that he's born failure. When he was a military head, he did not complete his own tenure. But I don't know this very one when he's going to complete his own tenure. You understand? 8 years. Why can't it say there's no money? He borrow money all over the world. He said there's no money. What does he use the money for? All this money that recover from Ikoyi Gate, Ikorodu, here. Where are the money kept? Where are they kept? And they are printing money from the central bank. Secretly, they don't know. They are telling me, I beg, this government, as I see, in fact, if this government continue, within 10 years, Nigeria will be finished. It will remain on its hand.
Within 10 years?
Within 10 years, it will remain on its hand. Human being will go.
Let's pray for Nigeria. Let's not...
Let me tell you. For me to pray for Nigeria, even go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 7. God said to Jeremiah, don't pray for these people. Because of their stubborn, their sin. Jeremiah did not pray. You understand? He said, time of ignorance, God overlook. No matter you pray. You understand? We did not ask for a king after Jonathan. This is another Saul, leadership of Saul. If you read back the story of Saul, you will know that God said to Samuel, go anoint Saul unto Israel. They did not ask for a king, but they are going to die for the leadership of Saul. And they are going to collect the property from the owner. And this is what is happening. You understand? The word of God has to come to pass. You understand what is happening now? You understand? This leadership of APC, I'm telling you, they will enter everywhere, collect the rights from the owner and kill them off. That's why we are going now. You understand?
They say Boko Haram, it's a report that Buhari is working with Boko Haram. People are saying it's an allegation over Buhari.
Yes, sure.
If he is working with Boko Haram, why would Boko Haram go and bomb or go and attack Abuja?
That is a propaganda grammar. That's a propaganda system. Buhari knows some. Let me tell you, the people of the north, from the small to the grass, they know the foundation of Boko Haram plus Buhari. You understand? Because how can we enter inside forest and negotiate with the bandits? Person which you don't even know, you go and negotiate. A killer, you don't go and negotiate. And they are using this people, the northern Nigerians are using human being, you understand, as a business. You know, as a business, what I'm talking about, business, you understand? They are using human being to sell and collect money. You know that? The northern people I'm talking about, including Buhari, just is number one. If you are leader of the house, of the family, that family is not in order, they will call the leader. Now Buhari is the number one. Whether you know something, no, I know that he knows something about it because he did not say anything. He did not address Nigeria about this issue. You understand? Whether Buhari changed the service shift from number 1 to 30, now the same people. Now the same people. They don't have anything to do. You understand? They don't have anything to do.
So what you are saying is that we are in a big problem.
We are in a terrible, critical problems. Let me tell you, very soon now, the people are coming back for end hunger. They just finished one. Because now, the level of Buhari now in this government, prostitution is increased in the country. Killing is increased. Poverty is increased. You understand? Education is totally condemned. You understand? Economics totally what? Even zero is better than. I don't know what I can give. Zero is better than in this government. You understand? Buhari has nothing to offer. APC as a whole is nothing. It's a party. You understand? Made the Kuku resign. I see something that I said they made the resign. They said the time Saraki there, they said Saraki did not allow people to work. But now Saraki has gone. The Senate, all the judiciary, all of them, they be like Buhari.
Thank you very much. That's a wonderful our brother. Yeah, we will be coming to the end of the bystander this morning. I have with me Oluwa with me. Oluwa.
How are you, my guy? Morning.
Oluwa.
How is the protocol? How is Nigeria?
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
Yes.
Fuel subsidy increments.
Increment.
They will remove fuel subsidy. What do you think is going to spell for Nigerians?
And the fuel will increase.
Yes.
The pump price will increase.
Yes.
Guys, we are going to the grave finally.
We are going to.
See, let me tell you one thing. Oluwa one is on board now. You see the first subsidy. What you
want
ask,
to remove it?
If they remove it, there will increase in fuel pump price. That will be the last language of Nigeria. Everybody go to the graveyard, death. So they should not try it. That one will be the end of you and I. Everybody go die, Sarah. I go. See what you do now. Pure water is now 20 naira. Everything, mineral 150. You say, are you not sensible? Are you government? Okay, who is in charge? Say, let's just say Buhari is in charge. But Buhari never know all those languages. According to my language, my understanding, Buhari is not there when they are making this meeting because they are making meeting in the meeting secret league. They want to bring it to him to sign. They are bastard. I will say Coke 150, pure water 20 now. Now I say fuel will be 300, I be 200. Everybody grave. Where will they bury Nigeria? They don't have enough grave. So let it be accurate.
Nigeria will survive.
And Nigeria must survive. But before surviving, there must be disaster. Because what you are bringing is bringing anarchy. In your talk bring problem. You want to do this one, But everybody suffer. Go punish our papa. See, we are all Nigeria. We want to set our mind. We are democracy. Why like that now? Everything increase. Where are we going? Are we going to die before we see tomorrow? Please, for God's sake, you have children. Everybody have children. Everybody have family. Everybody home. Don't let us die in suffering. We are the giant of Africa yesterday, but now everybody is suffering and smiling. That's why Fela Nicola Kuti is a blessed prophet of the blessed memory. See what he's saying and now happening. Yesterday we were chasing him out. The government, you fucked up the fucking shit of the fucking home. The people suffer, right? Suffering and smiling. People don't suffer and smile. Why? Change in Nigeria language, let us eat food. Now food be our own. Why go to see? Why everything bad thing? Are you evil?
Oluwa, pray for Nigeria. Pray for Nigeria.
See, Nigeria must be blessed. And I pray that Nigeria will see yesterday glory when Nigeria was enjoying. But people are dead now, they don't want to enjoy it. They are sleep billion, carry them, go call their friend. All of them go perish. But Nigeria must be blessed because of God. Okay. Nigeria must come back again. We're going to church morning, afternoon, evening. I swear to Almighty God. Nobody go to find food to eat anymore. I go to find where to drink Gary. It's easy. Before Gary said now if you like him. But now it compulsory. Why? Why? Where Nigeria is a bad start talk.
Thank you very much.
And it's a reality.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That is Oluwa one. We give everybody opportunity to react and respond because it's really biting on Nigerians very hard. And if they should remove the subsidy, let's see. We can see that even the prices of normal goods that people are using to eat have increased. What if they remove the subsidy? That means it's going to be spelling disaster for we Nigerians. Okay, we are moving to the end of bystanders on the newsstands, at the newsstands this wonderful morning. Hope you enjoyed. And this keep a date tomorrow. A big thank you to man behind the camera, Festus Oluwabukumi, and also I'm Christian Chukwu. And a big thank you to our reviewers home and abroad. Thank you for watching Flip TV. Bye for now. See you next time.